Hey guys, it's almost 7. I think it's 1 minute to 7, so I'm very rarely 1 minute early, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to sign on and to come up so that I can help you guys out with starting your new year. Amazing. Now, it was supposed to be a couch talk meeting that I was on the couch, but my couch is over there. My dog is attacking my couch right now, but it's too clumpy to carry by myself, and I'm home by myself right now. So we're going to pretend couch is on my piano bench now, and this is going to be our couch talk. So we're going to give a few minutes for everybody to come on. Today's topic is episode 3 of Couch Talk, and hi Angel. And today's topic is going to be about I have 10 zero willpower tips to change the course of your weight loss journey. I'm making these zero willpower. It's something that I do my whole life. It makes me stay lean. It really helps me out, and it doesn't deprive me of the things that I like. And that's what happens at the beginning of the year. Everybody says, you know what, I'm 100% gonna lose weight this year. This is my year to do it. You start off and you do it, and then things fade throughout the year, and we're gonna talk about that and why that happens. But first of all, I wanna give you hands-on information, not just a lecture of what you can do starting right now to change the course of your weight loss, to actually lose the weight, keep it off for life. I'm arming you with the knowledge to change your life without having to pay someone to do it for a lifetime, okay guys? Because people go on and off diets, and you know, they find, okay, so they've lost weight now, then they gain it back. They lose weight now, they gain it back. They're healthy, then they're not. It's not how you want to live your life. You know, after 40 years old, things start packing on. It really does. It's just, as your hormones decline and things happen. But there are ways to combat these people that I can 100% guarantee work, because I do them myself. I have countless amount of clients that are doing it right now as well, and finding tremendous success with this. So I'm going to start sharing in just a few more minutes about what we're doing. It's zero willpower tips for those of you who just signed on. These tips are going to change the course of how you view your food. And that's what really it's all about in the long run. Is, do we want to obsess about food for the rest of our lives? I don't think so. Okay, we want to enjoy our life, enjoy our food at times, in terms of, you know, really indulging once in a while, and just live your life and know how to do this finally, so that the obsession with food is finally gone. I can say this as a woman, that this is what happens. You find a diet, and you find someone in a store or someone on Facebook or one of your friends that you bump into, and you see them, and all of a sudden they are looking sharp. They are looking gorgeous, and they've lost the weight they need to lose. They're vibrant and bright and everything else. And then this is what happens. You say to that person, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that person says to you, oh, I'm on this cookie diet. And you're like, try the cookie diet. You enroll, you do everything. Give it a couple, 3 weeks. Guess what happens? You bump into someone else. Nothing's really happening with that cookie diet. You only a little losing weight here, a little there. And then you bump into the next person, and they're doing something. What are you doing? What are you doing? And you try their thing, and so on and so forth. What ends up happening is you try all these things, and you yo-yo back and down. I tried this, I tried it. Lindsay, I've tried everything. I get that all the time. But what was the common thread amongst all of these people was not what they were doing. It's that they were ready. That's why whatever they tried, they were successful at. And that's what you guys need to be. Now, that's if you're going all out. Now, I have to tell you that when you're ready, you will do something. But I'm going to arm you tonight with 10 willpower tips, zero willpower tips, that are going to be so easy. And some of them are going to seem so obvious to you, but I want to tell you they're obvious, but they're not. And I'm going to shed some light. Okay, so I think we've got enough people on right now to start the 10 zero willpower tips to change the course of your weight loss journey, to help you lose weight right now, and to make you feel and be the healthiest you've ever been in your life, and take the obsession off food. We don't want that. Okay, guys, number 1, you're going to say, okay, Lindsay, I'm going to turn it off right now after I say this one, and everyone does, right? Everyone thinks the same thing. You have to drink more water. Number 1 is drink more water. Get a pen and paper, guys, and put your bullet points down. Why? Drink more water. Because thirst is often masked by hunger. What does that mean? I'm going to say it again. Thirst is often masked by hunger. This is one of the number 1 things that you can do to cut your caloric intake down throughout the week. And I mean, like greatly down. It's amazing what happens. 95% of us, whether you live in Florida like I do and I'm sweating all the time, or if you live in Canada like I used to and you're not sweating all the time, 95% of people are walking around dehydrated. But I mean like really dehydrated. And you don't know it. So what happens is your body is used to getting the fluids that it needs from food. So when you, Tony, stop. That's my dog. So your body is used to getting the fluid it needs from food. So when you need, let me just move this come here, Boo, over there, okay? So when you need fluids, when your body says, oh my gosh, I need something, your body triggers its thirst, and all of a sudden you're hungry. So instead of drinking the fluids that you need, like a big glass of water, what happens is your body extracts it from your food and you eat more when all your body really wanted was some water. So how do you remedy this, okay? Now, of course, the proper amount of water to have, by the way, is half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, for example, you need 50 ounces of water, just to simplify things, okay? Really important that you follow that rule. If you work out, you need more, and you just drink more as you just add it to it, maybe at 8 ounces, or depending on how far you run, you can message me and I can tell you what your formula would be for that, okay? But however, if you do that, there's another thing that happens with the amount of fluid you have. First of all, when you do that, you will be definitely satiated and you'll eat less, number one. Number two, I do this before I go to a restaurant. Before I go to a restaurant and I know I'm hungry, I actually have water. I have 8 ounces of water before I go, and my caloric intake for when I'm going to be going out to eat is so much less, because that bread comes on the table, I'm like, oh no, I'm good, you know, and the things that you really don't want to eat, that you have no control over when you're starving, are kind of pushed away to the side, but a little more control. But at home, it's really important, before you give into a craving, have between 6 or 8 ounces of water. Even if it's 5 ounces, I can deal with that, okay? You will find that you eat less, way less than you would, because thirst is masked by hunger. But there's another reason if you want to lose weight. Why drinking water is so important. You need to mobilize your fat cells. You need to get all the toxins out of the fat cell area so that you can actually mobilize your toxins, and your fat cells rather. In order to actually spew your fat that you need to lose weight, it makes it a lot harder if you're toxic. And the way to get untoxic is to drink water and flush that out. And it really, really accelerates your weight loss. So it's really important for weight loss to have water for that reason also. So there's 2 really good reasons to have it. Plus, you know what? It plumps up your skin. It makes you feel alive. Makes you eat less, people. Bottom line, eat less. It's all about hunger in the end. Everything's about hunger. How much you put in your mouth, how much you feel like you need in your mouth, and how much control you have. So we got to ward off that hunger, make sure we're satiated, which we're going to get to at a different kind of level, so you're not craving. And it's so easy to do. 0 willpower. Drink water for those particular reasons. Now, number 2, again, this one is like, Lindsay, really? Get more sleep, okay? Why is it, Lindsay, these things are so obvious. No, think about this one, okay? I'm gonna tell you why. When you know the basis of why you're doing something, it is so much easier, okay? So drink more water. Your thirst is often masked by hunger. Very good reason to drink more water, okay? Mobilizing your fat cells. Number 2, get more sleep. Why? Okay, here, this one is huge, okay? If you make your body stay up past the point where it does not want to, your body's gonna say, I need gas. If you make your car go from here to Fort Lauderdale, if you're living here and your car only has enough gas to go to Fort Lauderdale, it has to have more gas to go to Miami, correct? It's further south. Same thing here. If you are asking your body's done at 9 o'clock and you have so much more work to do, and your body's saying, if you want me to stay up, I am going to create a craving for you that gives me more food. And that's exactly what your body does. But here's the kicker. The reason your body is craving, is because it's hungry, or because it needs energy, but because it needs instant energy and it's tired, it's going to ask you to crave instant carbohydrates. So you're going to crave the cookies, the cakes, the chocolate, the popcorn is a good one, because it is already in the pre-digested state prior to you even putting it in your mouth. Okay, so here, again, if you guys haven't heard this one, you have a pearl necklace right here. And each pearl is a glucose molecule. That's a complex carbohydrate on a pearl necklace. When you eat that, your body has to work. Even the lipids, if you have fat, it's lipids on a pearl necklace, on a chain. Protein, they're amino acids on a chain. Okay, your body, when you swallow those complex molecules, your body has to liberate each one of those, either amino acids, a lipid, or a glucose, off of the chain, and then you can use it. It has to work. So at nighttime, it's saying, I don't want to work. Give me some simple carbohydrates that are already off that chain. Simple carbohydrates are not on a necklace. They're just free-floating glucose molecules. When you swallow them, they are haywire. And the problem with that is right here. Here's where the weight gain is, okay, guys? If you're tired, you're making your body stay up, your body's going to crave simple carbohydrates. You eat those simple carbohydrates, and you know what happens? Insulin rushes in because you cannot have that much free glucose floating around in your system, which is why I always say you want to eat complex carbohydrates, because it spews, doesn't raise your glucose level really fast, okay? And what happens, insulin comes in to bring down your levels of your glucose in your bloodstream, and I have to tell you, insulin is a fat storing hormone. So if you're eating that food at night, people say, is it bad to eat at night? Oh, no, I didn't have that many calories. Calorie for calorie doesn't really count, because if you are eating those simple carbohydrates at night, which is exactly when your body needs them to get from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, to get to 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, if that's what you're gonna make your body stay up, your body needs simple, no work. So you crave that, and unfortunately, insulin comes in, it's a fat storing hormone, and you store fat. That's how you gain weight. So what can you do? Get more sleep. Lindsay, what if I can't get more sleep? What if you need to have at dinner time a much higher complex meal. If you know you're going to be staying up late and you know you're going to be tired, then you must have a good amount of fat and a good amount of complex carbs and a good amount of protein that come on these long chains, so that energy will last throughout the evening. You want to really try to avoid getting that tired point and trying to get really good quality sleep. If that means getting better sheets, I have the best sheets in the world. That's what I spend my money on, sheets and jeans and bikinis. I love my sheets. I go and I feel like I'm in a pat of butter. Really important. If it means getting a better mattress, invest. If it means getting better pillows, do that too. If it means actually watching something before you go to bed and winding down, do whatever it takes to get a good solid amount of sleep. Now, your hours that you require may be different than other people's. So I can't tell you how many hours. They always usually say about 8 hours, but it's going to be about according to what and it also depends on your quality of sleep. If you're getting really good sleep and you're getting to REM right away and you're falling asleep in a deep sleep, you may not need as much as, say, somebody who does not fall into a deep sleep as fast. So really important, get that sleep so you don't overeat, so you're not craving those simple carbohydrates. And if you have to stay up, once again, make sure you're having some good complex foods. That was my dog. Meaning some good fat at dinner time, some really good protein at dinner time to really last in your system, to go the mileage that you need to go. That was number 2. Number 3. Okay, number 3 is, again, so obvious, but number 3 is a really good one. Make sure you write these down, because if you post these on your fridge and you look at them, you won't do them. They're so simple, but they really work, people. Okay, so here we go. Number 3 is don't bring it home. This one is kept me thin and lean. This is the number 2 thing for me, by far, okay? Insane. I want to tell you why. Just go situational here with me for a minute. So you're at home and it is 9 o'clock at night and you're craving your simple carbs because you're making your body stay up. I'll go right back to number 2. You're craving those carbs and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have something to eat right now. And you know what? Your kids are in the house and you buy junk for your kids, because that's what we do every once in a while. And there's potato chips here. What are you eating? What are you eating at 9 o'clock at night? There's hardly any control. You're having those chips. You are having perhaps those Oreo cookies that are in your fridge or in your cabinet. You're having that ice cream that's sitting there because it's there. Next scenario, my house. It's not in my house. Never in my house. Okay, unless I make it, okay? Not in my house. What does that mean? Does that mean at 9 o'clock at night, I have 2 choices. I'm gonna eat what's in my fridge that's healthy, or I'm gonna put my shoes on, change out of my pajamas, and go to the store. Let me think. Sometimes my husband goes to the store. I can't be a liar. Sometimes my husband goes to the store. If it's not in there, he's like, I can't deal this anymore. And he goes and gets it. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes my kids really want it. We go out, we get ice cream. I don't care as long as it's not in my house, right? Sometimes we have guests over, we have it then. However, at 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, when I'm craving something and it's there, I am eating it. And if it's not there, I'm not going out to get it. I cannot tell you how many countless calories this has saved my body, okay? And useless calories. That's why if it was nutritious food, a different story, because that's what I end up eating. I end up eating carrots and dip or something that's in my house. Normally, or actually, if there was, for me, if there was a loaf of rye bread in my house, it'd be done. It'd be done the whole night. That's what I'd be doing. So it's not in my house. I cannot tell you how easy this is to follow. Now you're gonna see me, Linzi, I have children, and all my clients say this. I have children. I can't not have any junk food in my house. Yes, you can, because guess what? Your kids do not need this, and you are the electrician, you're the driver, you are the chef, you are the slave for certain things, you are the laundry maker, you are everything. If you bring it home, you brought it home. They're not going to go to the store and go get it themselves. You supply them with what they need. They will eat, they won't starve themselves, and you can buy good quality junk food as well, better than what you have choices. And that's a whole other one, to get the alternatives to all those things, because you can have these foods, but they're going to be the healthy choice instead of the yucky choice. They're packing on the pounds at night and packing on the pounds when you feel like you have it. The other thing about don't bring it home is not only don't bring it home, is make sure that when you go to a restaurant, there's a restaurant here called Prime, and Prime makes this chocolate cake. I may as well just sit in it. It's this big, and it is absolutely insane. If you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the problem here is that it's this big, right? So at the end of it, if you haven't shared a piece with someone, there's always leftover, and everybody brings their leftovers home, especially their dessert, right? And the next day when you wake up and you see that, or the next evening when it's in your fridge, you're like, that's what I'm having. Don't bring it home. I know you say, well, that's a waste of money. It's not a waste of money. It's not. Have what you want of it and be done with it, okay? It's a waste in your system when you're bringing it home and you're eating it on a regular basis. Don't bring it home. Have it out. No one's stopping you. You should have it out, and I'll discuss that one too. But don't bring it in your house, because when you're starving, you're gonna go for that, and rather than going for something better. Anyway, so that is number 3. That is so important. I beg you to follow that rule and watch the change that happens. It is amazing. 0 willpower. It's just not in your house, right? Okay. Number 4 goes very, very closely to number 3. That is, don't shop hungry. Okay, guys, these are simple, but write them down because you'll remember them, okay? Never shop hungry. When you shop hungry, you bring home things that you're going to eat at night. Like you shop hungry, and you're feeling like you're wanting ice cream, so you bring home that ice cream, and you're starving. And when you're hungry, you make really poor decisions when you're really hungry. So you want to go eating something before you go to the supermarket. Make sure that you eat something so that you don't buy things that perhaps you wouldn't have purchased had you been in a non-starving frame of mind. Okay, or shop only with a list, but don't shop hungry, guys. You won't bring it home. You won't have that temptation in your house, and you'll be done with it. Okay. Number 5. Number 5 is really interesting, and number 5 really changed my life, and I didn't understand number 5 until years ago when I actually witnessed it for myself. Number 5 is get satiated at a cellular level. What the heck does that mean, right? Get satiated. What does that mean? That means that when your cells get what they need out of your nutrients, out of the food that you give them, your cravings stop. The hunger stops. And that's why you can eat a lot less and be completely satiated. I don't believe in these American huge meals that you get for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I believe in smaller meals, and even if it's just 3 of them, I believe in stop eating when you're hungry. And there's a way to do that your body gets what it needs. It doesn't need volume, people. It needs nutrients. And when you remember it like that, and you change the course of what you're eating throughout the day, you will eat far less. How do we do this? How do you do this?
Well, if you've been a part of my meal plan, or if you've been listening in the group for long enough, you'll know that greens are the way to do that. Greens and reds. So you're going for colors now, and colors in your fruits and vegetables will change the course of everything. I always put people on certain different powders when they're not getting enough, just to get that cellular nutrition way up there, so their cravings drop really fast. You can do that through juicing. You can do it through cold pressed juices. Just watch that you don't use the sweet ones and you get the non-sweet ones. You can have like a green apple in there or something in there that helps you out, but you don't want to have those cold pressed juices that are simply juice, because that's going to skyrocket your glucose levels, again pulling in insulin, like we said in number 1. Okay, so really, or number 2. So really important not to do that. However, if you want to satiate yourself at the cellular level, spinach, all those greens that you can possibly eat, those are spectacular for doing that. And when you do that, what ends up happening is you don't crave food. And I want to give you a really good life example of this. If you look at the back of a cereal box, for example, it says fortified vitamins, fortified with vitamin B, fortified with vitamin C, fortified with this. And a lot of your stuff, oatmeal even says it. There's so many foods on the market today that say they're fortified with vitamins. So what happens is, if you're getting your nutrients, say a kid growing up grows up on, I'm sorry, but Fruit Loops, okay? I'm sorry to pick on Fruit Loops, but say you're eating Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops has a lot of fortified vitamins. So they have a vitamin C, they have a whatever. So if you're one of those people that have grown up on that, for example, your kids are growing up on that, and your body starts craving or needing vitamin C for something, and this is a crude example, your body's going to crave Fruit Loops, that where you've been getting your vitamins from. So if you're getting your vitamins and minerals from yucky foods, your body's going to start craving those foods to get the nutrients. You've trained your body that that's where I'm getting my C from, that's where I'm getting from my D from, that's where I'm getting my B from, that's where I'm getting, so your body's going to crave those foods. Now, if you give your body those foods first from a very dense, highly nutrient valued food, so it's high in density of nutrients but low in calories, you're going to be amazed at what happens. All of a sudden your cravings are gone. I mean gone. It is amazing to do this. And that's, guys, it's green leafy vegetables, it's juicing those vegetables, it's cold pressed juices, it's juices, it is amazing fruits. The berries are phenomenal for this, for all their colors. And if you start doing that, if you could get wheatgrass, that is spectacular. Spectacular for warding off your hunger like you have no idea. And then you get satiated at the cellular level, so you're not craving foods that you're getting those vitamins and minerals from, okay? So really important. That's a really good one. That's number 5. Okay, number 6. Okay, number 6 was a couch talk that I'm not going to get too far into, but I do want to tell you, if anything you want to do to incorporate, whether it be a vitamin or mineral, into your diet as a supplement, it's apple cider vinegar. Okay, really important. Anyone going on my plan is immediately asked to go on apple cider vinegar for the mornings, and you can do it morning, noon, and lunch, but morning, noon, and dinner, but I would prefer just in the mornings. It's fine. It's a little concoction. If you put apple cider vinegar in the search bar, you'll find it. I think it's an hour couch talk on apple cider vinegar, on the benefits, the actual amazing de-bloating that happens with apple cider vinegar, the glucose balance that happens with apple cider vinegar to help you lose weight. When you're balanced your glucose, your weight is easily to come off. It's very easy to come off. So you want to balance that out. You want to have these spikes. Apple cider vinegar does so many things. It lowers your cholesterol, it increases your metabolism. There's so many things that this one little thing, it's got to say with a mother on there. I don't know what the mother is. Don't even ask me. I have no clue what the mother is, but it has to stay with the mother because that's the active ingredient. I don't know what it is. And it's kind of slimy looking, so you're gonna open your bottle and or you look underneath it because it's clear. Apple cider vinegar is a bit brown, okay? And there's gonna be like a film, almost like a phlegmy looking thing in there. Doesn't taste like that though, okay? And you wanna add 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon to about 2 ounces or 3 ounces, even 4 ounces of warm water. Squeeze a lemon, half a lemon in there, put some cayenne pepper. You don't need the cayenne pepper, it's just shoots your metabolism up a little bit, and the lemon is cleansing. And take that every morning. Give me 1 month on that, guys. 1 month. Your weight is going to be lowered. You're going to be feeling less bloated. I don't know about you, but I'm bloated all the time. When I do this, I'm not. And it really helps with all those other things, okay? The assistant weight loss is amazing. Number 7, okay? We're winding down. Number 7, guys, find something in 2021 that you love to do for exercise, okay? We don't even have to call it exercise. In South Florida, a lot of people play tennis and they golf, they do other things that is exercise, but you're tricking your body because it's really not exercise. It's like that kid, you put them in every sport. They don't need to exercise because they're in everything. Now, it's not so easy as an adult to go in every sport. There's got to be something that you can find that you love. Now, I know a lot of you are in here working out with me. This is going to go other places. So in Home Fitness, we're broadcasting this here now. But when it goes onto my Facebook page and all the other groups and whatnot and pages that I put it onto, you guys are not working out with me. You are welcome to work out with me and be a pleasure. This is very it's structured. It's a little bit boring, so some people don't last in here. It's shredding. This is how you get a shredded body after the age of 35 and 40. This is it, and it will do this. But a lot of people need a little more than that. A lot of people don't want to be in their house working out. A lot of people want to do something different. Now, during COVID, it may be a little more difficult, but if you're in a climate that you can walk outside, you can walk on the beach. The beach is amazing to walk on. That's a whole different couch talk that we'll talk about. If you can go pole dancing, for heaven's sakes. That's part of my thing. If you can go pole dancing, the exercise is insane. I produced a TV show last year on NBC with my partner for the show, and we decided to do 2 crazy things. The show is about being 50, because I'm 52, soon to be 53, and about the fact that my life just started in my 40s. I decided I wanted to produce TV shows. I decided I wanted to do this, and this, and I just went for it. And we produced a TV show because she did the same thing, my partner Deborah, and we said, you know what, if we can do this, we want to show everybody that life begins after 35, after 40, life begins after 50. This is when you have the time to do and the confidence to do whatever you want. My point being is that we said, okay, what do we want to do that would be outrageously silly and funny, right? So we said, we're going to pole dance. Who the heck starts pole dancing? So we went, we did it, we taped it, it's in the show. It was so hard, and I'm a gymnast, or was a gymnast. It was ridiculous. It was that my forearms were in pain for a week. I could not believe how absolutely amazing this workout was. But you're having so much fun, point being taken here, you didn't even know you were working out. So it's really good to grab a friend and go ahead and do something that's so different and so fun. Maybe you want to take up pickleball. Pickleball is really big here. Or maybe you want to swim. There's so many things. You do something that you love. So it's not just working out. And you know what? A lot of people in here know that this is, you know, when you see results, you're going to like whatever you do too. But guys, really find something you love. Take up dancing. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. It doesn't have to just be at home doing a fitness program. Okay, that is number 7. I'm very passionate about I'm passionate about all of it. Number 7 because 7 can be so much fun. But I have a little adjunct to that one, okay? Number 8, I'm going to flip this over because I am reading these because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So number 8 goes along with number 7, and that is find a monthly plug-in. You know, part of being healthy and losing the weight is not only aesthetic. More so when you actually get there and you lose the weight and you look the way you want to look, it's really not about what you look like anymore when you get there. It's about what you feel like because you've accomplished something, but more so what you feel like. To get there, you had to exercise. To exercise, you have to release endorphins. To release endorphins, you have to move. To move makes you feel amazing, makes you feel like this sense of vitality, this sense of being ridiculously alive. And I can't tell you, it is the most incredible, amazing, incredible feeling that you will ever feel when you start taking care of yourself. And this breeds a confidence in you that is so outstanding that it crosses past the fitness and into every other area of your life. You feel better, you feel more confident in every area of your life. And I have to tell you, ladies, there is nothing sexier or more beautiful, not for anybody but yourself, than a confident woman. Nothing. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care what you look like in the mirror. If you love yourself and you feel confident, then you are the most beautiful, amazing, sexy person to yourself ever, ever. There's nothing sexier or more beautiful than a confident woman. How do you get this confidence? How do you get that raw confidence that doesn't come from someone saying, oh, you look good, or oh, that was good, or getting some sort of accolade for something? Where does that come from? That comes from taking care of yourself only. Bottom line, you only get the amount of respect from this whole world that you give yourself. When you are loving yourself, your respect goes here. Here is amazing, because you won't accept any crap from anybody when you're loving yourself like that. When you take care of yourself with all these tips that I'm telling you to do, and you work out and you take care of that body of yours, my goodness, life changes. It changes so much so that you feel like you're ridiculously alive. And I coined that phrase because it is the truth. There's times in my life where I'm so full of energy and love for my life sometimes that I want to jump out of my skin, and it comes from exercising. I can't tell you, it really does. It makes me happy. It makes everything I do happy. It gives you more energy. It makes you feel more alive, plugged into the world. So what I'm asking you to do to go along with all of this, right, is to find a monthly plug-in that also gives you this feeling, right? To grab on, because I went on a tangent there about loving yourself and about confidence, to give you a sense of not everything is the same. Some people look back on 4 years and see like one day that nothing's changed. You woke up, you did this, you did that. No significant, and maybe a trip here and there, and those are wonderful. But I'm talking about once a month, I want you to do something that you've never done before. It could be simply trying a different food, or literally like trying, okay, we're gonna sit down on the floor in this restaurant that you eat on the floor and you have to eat with your hands. Clearly not now, but something like that. It could be like going and doing that, I forget the name of that restaurant, fondue restaurant, and eating something new. Just literally something as simple as that. It could be jumping out. In my case, we jumped out of an airplane, almost passed out. We jumped out of an airplane. I will never forget that. Okay, you don't have to go crazy like I do, but my husband and I are a little crazy. It could be simply taking an afternoon off, grabbing your favorite book, and sitting on the beach by yourself. It could be going to one of those what's it called, where you have to solve the mystery in a room with your friends. I forget the name of that. I forget the name. Where you go on a treasure hunt for certain things. They're all over the place, but I can't remember the name of that. But I'm sure you guys will put it in there. Put it in there if you remember the name of that. But it can be simple, going on a roller coaster, for heaven's sakes. You know, when things start opening again. These simple, solitary things. And you can have a group of girls, if you want to do it with your girlfriends. Say every month one person gets to pick one thing. We pick sharks, swimming with sharks. Pick pole dancing. Pick all these different things that you can try. Horseback riding. Once a month. Guys, get a group going, or do it for yourself, with your husband, with your kids, or just for you, okay? One thing, once a month, it'll change your life. It really, really makes life really exciting, okay? It gives you things to talk about. It gives you something to look forward to. It gives you something to plan with your friends if you're with your friends. It gives you a sense of being ridiculously alive and experiencing something when you're older for the first time is delicious. That amazing awe and that fascination that you get. That's what we want. That is living. That's living. And I want that for you. Okay, number 9. Okay, this one is true for almost everybody at the beginning of the year. I'm going to ask you guys to not set yourself up for failure. What does that mean? That means this. Guys, very, very, I could say across the board, actually. Most people, as a part of their New Year's resolution, is always, I'm going to lose weight and get healthy in this year. And they start off really strong, and they go the whole year. And as each month passes them, it fades away, where they have to go right back to the following year and make that same resolution again, because they did not do it and follow through. I want to stop that right now, okay, with 2 things. This is number 9. Number 9 is do not set yourself up for failure, okay? That means at the beginning of the year, which is right now, if you've said to yourself, I am getting healthy, I'm gonna eat, I cut out all sugar, I cut out all carbs, I cut out all fats, or whatever it is that you're doing, and I'm not gonna ever have this again. I've cut out Diet Coke, I've cut out this, and the other. I'm done. This is the year that I'm gonna do this. What do you say? Thinking of a panic room, escape room. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna cut out, thank you. I'm gonna cut out all these things and I'm going to work out 5 days a week. And then I'm going to work out 7 days a week. So you you may last 3 weeks like this, okay? You may last a month like this. And then you know what happens, guys? You don't do it. You're like, oh, I couldn't get 5 days in this week. I couldn't get my 7 days in this week. I got 4 in. And you get discouraged because you've set yourself up for an impossible task. Impossible. And you know what? The last thing you are is a failure. That's the last thing you are. You win some, guys. You win some and you don't fail some or lose some. You win some and then you learn some. What did we learn for all the past years that you've made this your New Year's resolution and that you've set yourself up to do all of these amazing things and then you taper off to none of them because you've set the bar too high? You've learned now not to set the bar at that point. This is what we're going to do instead. So if you're one of those people that have actually done that, this is what you need to do. You ready? You're going to say, I'm going to work out 3 times a week. Okay? 3 times a week. And if you get that 4th day in, you get that 5th day in, whatever it is that you want to do, pat yourself on the back and say, amazing. I'm amazing. That's what you want to tell yourself. Okay? But don't commit to more than 3 days a week. 3 days a week is maximum committal. And if you say, you only want to do 4, commit to 2 days. Guaranteed 2 days a week. I am not going to miss that. Commit to 2 or 3. 3 is your max. And anything extra you do, you are just more fantastic than you already are. Okay? Other thing is with food, don't commit to giving up something totally. Okay? But I'm going to get into that. This is more for fitness. Getting into the last number 10 is about food. And this one also will help you not set yourself up for failure. This is the best information right now, number 10, that I could possibly give you for the rest of your life. So everything else was amazing this is just how I live my life. This is how I've lived my life for, gosh, I can't even remember how long. This is how I've always been. So hopefully I'm giving you from my house to your house what I do. But this one in particular, number 10, will definitely change your life, okay? If you follow it. And it's really easy. I'm going to ask you guys to have a lifestyle, not a diet. Now, for those of you who follow me regularly, you know exactly what I'm going to say, and I want to say it again because it's the beginning of the year, and I want you to understand this, especially as women. Guys, this is for you too, but women, I really want to talk from my personal experience of how I've been and how I break down and how hard it is sometimes with our cravings once a month, with our cravings all the time sometimes, and how this actually works so that this works for you so you can finally not obsess and really love yourself, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you all one question, and of course, we know the answer if you've been working out with me for a while. If you eat yucky most of the time and you occasionally eat a salad on a Wednesday and a Sunday, does that salad on a Wednesday or a Sunday make you healthy or do anything for you? If you always eat yuck and on Wednesday and Sunday you have a salad? Absolutely nothing. People, it does nothing. Zero. Absolutely. If you eat yucky most of the time and occasionally you have a salad here and there, it does nothing to help you lose weight or get healthy. However, and fortunately, the opposite is true. If you eat well most of the time and occasionally you have something yuck, guess what? That too does nothing. Please, I want to say that again. If you eat well most of the time and occasionally you eat something yucky, it does nothing. Nothing. It's not going to make you fatter. It's not going to make you uglier. It's not going to make you gain weight. It's not going to do anything except make you enjoy the moment that you're in. That's it. And it's okay. It's not going to make you sick. Okay, this is what we need to know. Let me put this into practice for you so it makes more sense to you, okay? So we are all, I've been dieting, here we go, on the diet side. Pretend I'm on a diet, okay? From Monday, I start my diet. It's restrictive, but I'm kicking butt. I'm doing amazing. I feel good. I'm waking up feeling better. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little deprived, but I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. It's Monday. I go all the way like that till Friday. And Friday night, all of my friends are going out, and we're out at a restaurant, and my friends order a major pizza, and I have not had anything yucky or anything at all that is delicious for me that I like since Monday. I've been dieting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking down at this point. And I say, you know what? I'm just gonna have a slice of pizza and I'm gonna have the ice cream afterwards. I'm just gonna I'm gonna stop my diet now and I'm gonna restart again on Monday. And you give in and you have like 1, 2, maybe 3 slices of pizza because you know you're starting your diet on Monday. And what do you do all weekend, people? What do we do all weekend when we know we're starting a diet on Monday? What do we do? You know what we do. We binge. We're people. We're humans. We do it. If I know this person that is dieted from Monday to Friday and says, oh my gosh, I'm going to stop, I'm going to start again on Monday, that person is going to eat everything of their favorite they could possibly find until Monday, and they start again on Monday, only to find themselves a week or so later in the same scenario where they've been so restrictive that they just have to have something because they've beaten themselves up to the point where life's just about not eating, and they're doing everything they can about not eating yucky foods. So I want to tell you, what happens in that case is that you yo-yo up and down with your weight, and that's not good. You yo-yo up and down with your glucose, and that's not good. You yo-yo up and down with your insulin levels, and that's not good. But what's worse about all of this is that you set yourself up for failure, and you feel like a failure, and you've set yourself up to not do something that you set out to do. And that wreaks havoc on the most important part, your mind, and it makes you feel not good and not confident, and that is not okay. That's the most not okay. So I want to give you a way to change that, to up level your confidence, to make you feel like you have the power, that this is yours, and to get your mind off obsessing about food and just go about your life and love every minute in it. Lifestyle. Everybody says that, but what does that mean in reference to this particular scenario as opposed to a diet? What this means is that same scenario, okay? I started eating healthy. I've always eaten healthy. And I'm out with my friends on this Friday night. And you know what? They're ordering pizza. And I want the pizza. And I have the pizza. I don't have 4 slices. Maybe I have 2 slices, right? And they're having ice cream. I have a little bit of ice cream. But what happens the very next day? I don't binge the next day. The very next day, I go back to eating the way I normally eat, which is really good. It's not perfect. It's flawsome, awesome and flawed, flawsome. And I eat flawsomely, and I have no problem having that pizza, and the next day I go right back to eating well, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. Just like that salad on a Wednesday and a Sunday in a yucky diet does nothing, that pizza on that Friday night does nothing. Now, it does do something if you do that every day, okay? But we're talking about once a week, here and there, a birthday. If you don't eat birthday cake on your birthday or on someone's birthday, your husband, your kids, whatever, I'm gonna come there, step on your foot and open your mouth and shove it in your mouth because you should be eating cake on a birthday. And it's okay if you do. It really is. It's not going to do anything. When you do it in excess or when you do it regularly, that's when it wreaks havoc on your body. So please, guys, get into a lifestyle, not a diet, and know one thing that you need not to do if you have been and if you are going to take this and adopt this lifestyle that I'm trying to tell you is the easiest way to live and to lose weight, is throw away your stinking scale. I cannot tell you that is your worst enemy, especially if you're around my age, give or take 10 years here. We are scale people. We grew up with scale. I grew up as a gymnast having to be weighed in, knowing that if it went up a little bit or down a little bit, what to do, because that's how it was. I'm telling you now, toss your scale. And if you want to keep your scale for body fat analysis, muscle mass analysis, that's a different story. But if you're going strictly by your weight, I want to tell you, you're messing yourself up, especially if you've had a night where you've had pizza like that Friday night I've discussed. What happens? It's really, really high in sodium, okay? And it's not your normal food. So it's going to make you maybe bloat a little bit. It's going to make you retain water more than likely with a food that you're having that's not your normal food. And then you get on the scale, and all of a sudden, I have heard this countless times from clients, whether you want to know it or not, they get on the scale and they say, Linzi, oh my gosh, I ruined everything. I had pizza last night. I'm 2 pounds heavier this morning. It's not real. It's not real weight. Do not weigh yourself after you've had a night of eating foods that are not your norm. Don't do it. Ignore it. Go about your day and eat well and ignore it. And throw away that scale if you're weighing yourself, okay, guys? Use a pair of pants that are a little tight on you now if you're trying to lose weight, and go by that. Muscle is so much denser than fat. A pound of fat is maybe this big.
A pound of muscle is this big. So you're going to take 125 pounds. Use the composition of your body. How much fat do you actually have on your body is you want it in a healthy range, not to be skinny people. I don't like skinny, okay? I want healthy. Healthy could be, for some people, a size 9, a size 10. That could be their healthy. And their healthy is going to be determined by their body composition. What fat percentage, what's your BMI, things like that, and that's easy to find out, okay guys? So you want to make sure that you are on a lifestyle, not a diet, so that you don't set yourself up for failure, and so that you learn to love yourself, love your life, and stop putting yourself in a position where you're like, oh, I didn't do it. Oh, I tried, but I couldn't. No, you are going to put yourself in a position where, you know what, I want this tonight. I am confident I'm going to have it, and tomorrow I'm back on my regular. It needs not to be even spoken or thought of. It's just done, and you feel good, you feel confident. So guys, these are the things that you can do to really change your life. I hope you had a second to write things down, and that was 10 of them. I do have a newsletter with this in there, and that'll be set up in the next couple of days that you just have to sign up for. Just shoot me your email, and I'll put a sign up thing, and you can get this written down for you. It's not in the greatest of detail as I have now, but it definitely has a 1 through 10 or 1 through something in order for you guys to really maximize 2021 to be your year that you're armed with the tools to create a weight loss to the point where you feel confident, that you don't need to think anymore about food all day. What am I having? What am I this? What am I that? Can I have this? Can I weigh that? Can I have this? You don't need to do that anymore. You just need to follow these. Your weight will come off so fast. I cannot tell you. Follow these simple tips. They're just 0 willpower tips to really getting to your weight that you want to be at, managing your weight, and freeing you from the obsession of trying to lose weight and the obsession of what foods to have, what foods not to have. I really hope this helped you guys. These are so, these are the 10 commandments in my house for maintaining your weight so we can enjoy the rest of our lives. And from my house to your house, I hope that you guys are going to use them. And if you have any questions, any at all you have to do is give me an instant message and I can answer anything you need. Now, if you like what you heard and you want to be entered into my plan, I have a customized nutrition plan for you to get you going on the right track. Hold on, my battery is going. We don't want that to happen. I have a customized nutrition plan for those that need a little extra help, that have a little bit more weight to lose. And that is simply, you're going to find everything that I just said in there, and you're going to find something customized towards you to find your alternatives, to place your macros in the right spot, and to really kickstart your weight loss. Along with these things, I am here to help you. That is a plan that is up for grabs by a contest right now. You can also purchase it from me if that's what you want as well. We have probably about, I'd say 50 people right now that are involved in that with me right now. You get me for 30 days for accountability, and you get to win it. So how do you win it? All you have to do is share any post in here, any post in the In-Home Fitness group, and you can also like my Instagram page, which is Linzi Martinez. But most importantly, if you invite people to the group, for every 25 people that you invite to the group, I will enter your name in once into the contest. If you invite 100, I enter your name in 4 times. If you invite 1,000, I enter your name in 40 times. So however many you invite in multiples of 25, all you have to do is put the number in. So you'll see in random posts, you're gonna see, say, a name and a number. And like, what is that number? A name and 2,000. I know that it can be in any post because it pops me instantly. And I put 2,000 friends were entered for Sherry, and she gets in 80 entries into the contest to win, and it's a $650 value. You get me for 30 days to reach your goals. I do not let you go until I know you're off on the right track, and we create a whole meal plan for you that you're never going to think about food again, and you should never need me after that 30 days where I didn't do my job right. You should know what to do, okay? So that you can enter in, go ahead right away and enter that. Just go to the top of the page, hit invite, click, click, click. All you have to manually do it. Count how many you're doing, put the number in one of these posts, and I'll know what you guys are doing. And share these posts. You can share all of the posts. Keep going down. Share as many as you want. Every time you share, I'm giving you 2 entries in there, okay, guys? My goal with this
is this is a free complimentary service, if you will. My goal with this is to help as many people as I can. It's always been my goal. This is my way of giving back. I am from a community, if you live in my community, that has been spectacular to me. They've sponsored me for my television programs, for both of them, for my 3-part TV series and the one that was on NBC last year. And anything I do, they have been the most supportive people. My Facebook friends, my Facebook family, the local businesses here have all supported me. So anything that I can do to give back, and especially during a time where people may not be able to go to the gym, people may not know this information, people have definitely gained weight, people definitely want to grab a hold of their health. Anything that I can do to give back is what I've been doing since March 16th, and I will continue to do while the pandemic is going on. I'm going to give you enough information to really help you guys take control by yourself, do what you need to do, and listen and get involved with you, loving yourself on a daily basis so that you could be anything and everything you've ever wanted to be. Okay, guys? I love you. Thank you for listening. And again, share this if you liked it. And I will be putting up a sign-up form for the newsletter, which will have this information. Every Couch Talk will have a newsletter eventually. This is the first one. But that way, hopefully you took some notes, but that way you'll have this to print out, and you can, it's pretty, it's also pink. So you can put this up and you can read it. And remind yourself of these things that you can do that require no willpower, but they're gonna change your bod. Okay, guys? I love you, I love you, I love you. Tomorrow's lunge walks, so hopefully it'll be a nice day outside. If you're inside, if you're coming to me from afar, or you're coming from north, guys, lunge walks can be done around your house. You may get a little dizzy, but we do that when it rains in here, so by all means, let's do it. However you need to do it, let's do it. Okay, guys? I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Thank you for listening, and if there's anything I can help you with, all you need to do is instant message me, and I will be here for you. Okay? Bye, everybody.